Alright, so for today's lesson, we're going to review the constant proportionality and equations, which is what we did yesterday in class. And so a few things before we get started. The first is that the digital notebook is not required, but it is there if you need help. And so what you'll see is the digital notebook has just steps that will help you solve the problem if you need it. So if you feel like you need it, go ahead and click on the link, and then we're going to move on to the next page. And obviously the first thing you need to do is make sure you log in to iExcel through Clever, and make sure that it says your first name and your last name, which means when I check the assignment, it'll tell me that you actually did it. So the first thing is I put this diagram for you to help you remember the formulas. So remember that the constant proportionality is always y divided by x, because the whole point is you multiply the constant with x in order to get y. So this is here if you need it, and if you need to use it for the problem. And so in order to receive full credit, you have to try and get a score of 80 to complete it. Alright, so here we're going to click on the assignment below, and this is what we did yesterday in class. So it's going to tell you that this is a proportional relationship, and you have to write an equation for the relationship between x and y, and you have to simplify any fractions. So the first thing you have to do is find a point on the line, and for this there's a lot of points on the line here, and obviously the points are where it hits the corner of the square. And so for this example, there's multiple points on the line. Now for you to solve this and find the constant of proportionality, you literally, all you have to do is find a point on the line, and here this would be 1 is x and 1 is y. So here I would write the point, and this is how, you could solve this. So a point on the line is always x comma y, and in the graph that I can't talk. Okay, in the graph that we have, x was 1 and y was 1. So that was a point on the line right over here. Now, what's the constant of proportionality? Well, it's y over x, and x is 1 and y is 1, which means that the constant of proportionality is just 1 over 1, which is 1. So what would be the equation? Well, the equation is y equals kx. So my equation would be y equals 1x, because k equals 1. 1 is the constant. And really that's all you need to do in terms of solving this, and that's how you get the equation y equals 1x. So you need to find the constant of proportionality in order for you to find the equation. So the next one here, again, we have multiple points. And now remember that the point, and you have multiple pages if you need to show your work here. But again, a point on the line right here, we have 1, 3. So we're reading this from the x-axis, we go up 1, and then to the left 3, so I would write here, I find the point on the line. The point on the line is 1, comma 3. 1 is x, 3 is y. So if I want to figure out the constant of proportionality, and you kind of start doing this in your head, which is why the digital notebook is not required, but if we have y over x, that would give me 3 over 1, which equals 3. So what's my equation? My equation is y equals 3x. And if you'll notice, like, all of your x values. So for example, in this point, one of the points is 3, 9. So just to show you guys that the other point on the line right here, your x value is being multiplied by 3 to give you your y value, which is what the equation is saying. Every single x value is being multiplied by is being multiplied by 3 to give me my y value. We put y equals 3x. Okay, and so it's going to give you kind of the same thing over and over and over again. So there's only one point on the line here, which is 1, 10. So how do I find the constant of proportionality? Again, it's the 3 steps, right? You find a point on the line. This point is 1, 10, so you write it down. You have 1, 10. Using the point on the line, what is the constant proportionality? That would be 10 over 1. Because 1 is x, 10 is y. So what would be the equation? Y equals 10x. Because 10 divided by 1 is 10. And that's really how simple it is. So all you have to do is just make sure that you find a point on the line and use it to find the equation. Okay, and you're going to keep going until you get a score of 80. Now sometimes it's going to ask you, does this have a proportional relationship? This is a proportional relationship, and then you're just going to give the equation. So if you have something like this where the point of the line is 2, 10, so in this example it's 2, 10. If you want to find the constant of proportionality, you have to make sure that it's in its simplest form. So here would be 10 divided by 2, which is 5. So is it proportional? Yes, it's a straight line. It goes through the origin. So this would be y equals 5x because 10 divided by 2 is 5. And good luck.